Okay, so I can keep up with this one because this one is easy. This one is just me talking about my life. Um, like in somewhere, whether it was like I was working all the time, I lost it. Um, Life right now is coming to a crossroads, right? Because I was in this position almost a year ago. So a year ago, I was staying in Fort Worth, and I moved to Hutto. Now, moving to Hutto was kind of temporary because I was moving in with someone, and their lease was about to be up. But like the person I was like technically moving in with doesn't matter because I wasn't there for that person. The person that I was there for was saying and showing like this is the type of time that she is on. So with this, I was just gonna be like, hey, you know, since it is like this, it is no problem for me to, go back to what I know, and that is just figuring it out. Like, I'm gonna get on my own, and I'm gonna figure it out, and then once I figure it out, it's gonna be better than the first time when I moved out on my own, and I had to figure it out because I have the information which will put me further along with figuring out. The only difference in this time of me figuring it out would be my kids because there will be something else that I would have to, try to figure out. Like finding out, how to get the schedules right so that I can still work is one thing. Like it's pretty much the most major thing. Like outside of that, everything else is pretty much smooth sailing. Like getting a place to stay, getting them in school, like the basics. That would be easy. Because I like really quickly can figure shit out because it's the way that I grew up. Like I'm not going to say like that we were lower class, but I cannot put us like in middle class. Like we stayed in how many rooms? One, two, three. About like a three, maybe four bedroom house. But sometimes it was shaky on on the food situation. Um, like some I don't want to just say food situation, but sometimes it was just shaky. Like for me and my dad, like it's a crazy situation because uh, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't have been like this. Like it was two of us staying in a three or four bedroom house. Um, Coming from like the crazier one where it was like three people staying in a two bedroom house. Um, this like with this upbringing, like most of the time it was like if you don't have it, you figure it out. The last thing like was to steal it. Like you don't have the shoes, then you go steal it, or you don't have food, then you go steal it. You figure it out first, and then words come to words, back against the wall, back in the corner, and then you just have to do what you have to do. But that didn't come from my dad. That just came from the surroundings, you know. And my dad would try his best, to keep me away from the surroundings. Like with this said, like even coming up on this time because the lease is about to be up. So I am at, I don't want to say a crossroads. The only reason why it feels like a crossroads is because of the job situation. Like if the job situation was, solidified or better, um, I would have no problem. Like I'm in training to be a manager. And today is supposed to be my second day on the actual job, but my daughter is sick. So I can't go because of how time is set up. Because I have to leave. Like if she was able to go to daycare today, this wouldn't have been a problem. So honestly, I would have to leave in like 2 hours to go to work, and then there would be nobody here for another 5. So like she can't watch herself because she's only 2, but this keeps happening because there is like nothing in place, and on one hand, like this is my fault, and I know it because this keeps happening. Not a thing where it's like my daughter keeps getting sick or my sons keep getting sick. But like situations that involve my kids keep coming up. Like the I don't want to say the first one. The first one was just some BS. But it kind of still involved my kids. Um, the the first situation was like we was trying to do a thing where it was like not I will. She is going to work in the morning. I'm gonna work at night so that it is always somebody here to watch the kids. But I believe she had stopped working for a little bit. So then for somehow, some way, it turned into like me going to work at night and watching the kids in the morning, which made like no sense. And then I wound up losing that job because I was tired. Like what could I honestly do? So then the second time I lost the job. One one because of scheduling. I'm not gonna be like because they was hating. No, it was a schedule thing. So I usually work 4 days, and then I asked for a day off because something was happening that day. I don't remember if my son was sick and needs to go to the hospital or whatever, but I needed to take one of the days off, and I asked for the next day. So I go to work Saturday, and then I believe I'm off on Sunday. So I go from Sunday, and then I'm back to work on Monday, and then Tuesday, and then want to want to say I'm off Wednesday and Thursday or something like this. Um, no, I am off. I work Monday. I'm off Tuesday, and then I usually work like Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then have Saturday and Sunday off. But since I asked for last Friday off, they never fixed the schedule. So I worked. So that week I worked Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and I was supposed to come in Saturday, but I didn't know that because I thought that they had fixed my schedule and put it back. So that Saturday I got fired. I got fired and rehired on the same day within like an hour because somebody had quit. And then they was telling me it was a no call, no show, but not recognizing that I've already worked, 4 days. So then this goes on for I believe one more week before they fix my schedule back. Later on down the line, probably like a month or two later, um, I am now instead of just like going to work, I am now in charge of getting my kids to daycare and then going to work. So the first time, I'm like, all right, let me just call an Uber. Call the Uber. Uber is supposed to be here within like 30 minutes or something like that, which is going to put me late. So I let my supervisor know, or whoever she is, I let her know, like, hey, I'm going to be super late or whatever. This is what's going on. And then she is like, okay, or whatever. And then the next day, like the following day, I'm like, all right, I'm going to get ahead of this because I know what happened last time. So instead of, trying to get the Uber like at 7, I'm going to try to get it like at 6:30 so that, they can still get there on time and I can still get to where I need to be on time. Um, so, so, um, I call the Uber. The Uber arrives on time. I'm like, yes, we got to get this shit done. Um, my youngest son gets in the car, and then my daughter goes to climb in the car, and the Uber driver he looks back and he says, "No babies." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" Like he's like, "No, no babies." And I'm sitting there like, I went through all the proper things. Like I have the car seat, so it's not. And plus, she's only going maybe 8, 10 minutes up the street. He was like, "No babies." I was like, if I call another Uber, it's gonna take even. It's pretty much if I call an Uber, I'm in the same situation I was yesterday. But you can't force somebody to do something they're not going to do. So I'm in the same situation. I have to let my supervisor know what's going on, and she is like, "Well, honestly, it seems like you don't want a job or you don't want to work here." And I'm like, "No, that's not the case. Like, I'm actively trying to do any and everything I can to make sure that I can get to work on time." But I don't send her, this long message. I'm just like, okay. She told me she was gonna terminate me in the message. I was just like, okay, whatever. So that's how we get here now. Like, about 2 months after me getting fired from that place, I am like searching like high and low, because for some reason we want to go back. Not we. Let me stop Kevin. For some reason, she wants to go back to the thing where it's like, she gonna work in the morning and I'm gonna work at night. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna just search for all night jobs, but I'm doing this. I put in 100 applications. Didn't get an interview. Put in 200 applications. I think I got three. I was like, this isn't working. Like, it's no point in like trying to work night shift. Plus, I'm having like a transportation issue, as you can tell by me ordering an Uber instead of, driving my kids to school. I'm having like this transportation issue, and I I don't know, like I'm honestly stuck. Um, Here. So I finally break, and I'm like, I know I said that I would never work in this industry, but they are looking for a manager, I guess. So let me try, or let me just put in the application. So I put in the application. I didn't start here. I didn't start applying for a manager. I was just like, let me just apply anywhere in customer service and see how that goes. Then I was supposed to I was supposed to get a job at first, but it was gonna pay me 13.50. Let me tell you, at this point, I didn't care anymore. Like, I'm already 2 months in. At this point, like, I don't care anymore, and I just need money. So, he told me, like, it's gonna be 13.50, and I'm gonna work 4 hours a week or something like that. And I was like, no, like I wanted to say no. Let me be honest. I wanted to tell the dude no, but I told you like I'm in deep and I just need the money right now. This would be a lot better, now. Not now as in now, but now as in, I know what I should do so that I don't end up in this situation again. Uh, I told the dude, yeah, but then I got a call back to be a manager in another place that's dealing with customer service. They was like, we're hiring at this, but we're gonna train. You train after you train, we're just gonna bump up your pay. I was like, yeah, but no, still in my head, I'm like, I already know you guys aren't going to pay me enough. Like, um, you guys aren't going to pay me more than what my last job paid because you guys have it posted up. And you guys aren't going to pay me what I want to be paid. As to why I kept asking the guy, during the interview, how can I get to the general manager position? Because you keep saying that y'all are looking for one. Like, how quick is it? Like, um, at a certain, like, a job is never going to pay me what I want. Like me when I sell snacks and snack related things, like right there I can be like, oh, this like I sold I sold garden decor. I'm gonna make like 20 something off of it, and I didn't have to do nothing because of sleep. No, let me not say that. I didn't have to do nothing but click a few buttons, like to list it. You have to type it out. You have to put some pictures up there. Um, but I have that sitting. Like if everything played out, correctly, how it was supposed to, overnight, I would have made $100 and something dollars. Uh, and I haven't left the house. Well, I left the house yesterday because I tried to pick up the items, but they didn't have them. But you don't have to leave the house to make money, and that's what's so great. The thing that I need to focus on is staying on top of my listings, so it will be posting listings every day. And checking in on the listings every day. I'm only doing like 10, because if I do 10 a day, then I will max out my free listings that I have. But you got the other ones that's paid. But I'm just trying to, max out as many free ones as I can right now. And then from there, after I do my listings, working on content, like I'm doing right now. And then that's pretty much the day. Like listings, content, and then I'm gonna go spend time with my kids. Because my oldest son is out of school and my youngest daughter is sick. So outside of that, I really don't have shit to do because I can't go to work today. So I will catch you guys in the next one, which will more than likely be tomorrow. Yay.